They call me Squirrel.
Alright. Next piece.
Please welcome this week's special guest.
Easy, tough guy. Don't start without me. Gosh. So this is one of those ones that I really enjoyed where, like, it's someone and they all claim that they know this person somehow. That's one of those. I need to fix my camera just a little bit. Jeez, man. This thing's so high. Alright. So that's what this is. This is one of those deals. So this is Jerry, James the Caster's fireman, Sian Gibson's concerned copper, or Lee Mack's paramedic. What's going on? Well, we're about to find out. Mix the volumes up. All right, here we go. What's going on, Squirrel Squad? It's your boy, the Squirrel. Another little wilty piece. Great show. Love the show. I love it when they do the thing where they bring somebody in and everybody tells a crappy story and we have to figure out which crappy story is actually a real story. It's really funny. It's a great piece, great bit. I absolutely love it. And I found, I think, another one. This is Jerry, James Acaster's fireman, Sian Gibson's concerned copper, or Lee Mack's paramedic. I don't know. Let's take a crack at this and let's find out together. Let's get into this. These are really. I hope if you've never seen one of these, I'm glad that this is the reaction that you're watching today because you get to see one of these really cool things where they tell these different stories. So let's get into it. Here we go.
Please welcome this week's special guest, Jerry.
Jerry is it's Henning Ven's cousin, I think.
So, Sian, what is Jerry to you?
This is Jerry, and he was the policeman who came to investigate when I was heard screaming during a Christmas game of Twister.
Right, Sian's concerned copper. James, how do you know Jerry?
This is Jerry. He's the fireman who every Boxing Day soaks me with water during a festive game of squirt.
I remember he had the vendetta with the little kid, and there was no believing that was real, but it was, so I don't know now.
James's fireman friend. And finally, Lee, what's your relationship with Jerry?
This is Jerry. He's the paramedic who ticked me off last Christmas after I landed my drone in his ambulance.
David's team, where to begin?
Sian, you were playing Twister.
Yep.
What was the occasion?
I called her Sian. It's Sean, or yeah, I think it's Sean is what he said. That's just an interesting spelling of it. That's all. All right, my bad. Somebody will still comment and say you said her name wrong. I said, well, I did.
It was in between Christmas and New Year, and me and my family had gone away and rented a cottage.
And why did you scream?
Because I think I had my left hand on red and right foot on green.
Tricky.
And we'd all had a few drinks, and...
What was the time? What time of day?
Oh, it was evening.
Right.
It was evening. I'd say about 10:30ish.
Okay.
And my uncle fell on my face and I screamed.
I just realized Naughty Holder's sitting here. How fucking cool is that? I love these guys, both of them. This is great.
And you would scream, wouldn't you? You would scream.
Was he a friendly uncle?
Very friendly.
If you've been affected by any of the issues raised in tonight's show, there is a website
Do you have an overly friendly uncle? Call the 800 line.
you can visit.
It wasn't a horrific scream. It was fun. I was having fun. I was just a bit hysterical.
Could you reproduce it, Sian? Could an actress of your stature reproduce it for us now? Imagine, Lee, is this uncle who's a little too friendly?
Can someone fall on my face, Lee Max? Like, I'm in.
You're never that happy when he turns up, no matter how many presents you think, oh, it's Uncle Lee. Oh.
I like the way that you said she's a good actress, so she could play the part of the screamer, but I could just play the untoward uncle naturally.
So there you are. Why don't you demonstrate the twister? James, what are you doing?
Playing the Twister mat.
It wasn't a scary scream. It was like a... because I was having fun scream.
How did the neighbour next...
That is Naughty Holder, right? I'm pretty sure it is. It is. I don't know why I'm second guessing myself. And David, I'm not sure who the lady with the funky colored hair is. I'm not familiar with her. I don't think I've come across her yet. I'm assuming she's a musician or a comedian, because that seems to be what we have here. Comedians and musicians, but I'm not sure. If somebody else tell me who she is, I just don't recognize her. She's probably an American artist, and I don't know who she is. I don't know. I just don't know who that is. The lady with the pink hair. I know the two gentlemen, though. God, I hope I didn't...
Door hear it if it was just a little scream.
Did the uncle let out anything as well? Did
I certainly did not.
So what happens then? So suddenly there's a knock on the door.
Yeah.
And what happens when Jerry arrives?
Well, we're all just having fun at this point. We've all had a few drinks. We all invite Jerry in, see if Jerry wants a sherry.
A sherry for Jerry.
He was really lovely about it.
Right.
So is there a police station in this village? And they're all on duty at Christmas week, are
Well,
they?
there's always got to be a policeman on duty somewhere.
To look out for madmen like you pushing donkeys down lanes. Now, what about James?
OK, James.
Just remind us, James, what it was that you said.
Jerry is the fireman who every Boxing Day soaks me with water during a festive game of squirt.
Oh.
OK. What's going
I don't trust James. I don't trust him. He got me last time.
on?
Squirt is a game.
Is it?
Yeah. 2 teams of firemen.
OK, so that's... For a game of squirt, the first thing you need is 2 teams of fire.
And they go either side of a river.
Yeah.
And you get a rope and you tie it up in a tree at one side of the river, and then you run it along and you tie it to a tree at the other side of the river.
Yeah.
But before you've tied it to the other side, you thread a barrel across it.
Of course you do.
You just thread a barrel.
Yeah. What if there's a fire in the local area during the lengthy setup for a game of squirt?
Well, he's not... They can't put out fires anyway. He's only volunteer.
Kickstart the pre-race excitement at Monster Energy AMA Supercross FanFest. Jump into the action with sponsor activities, autographs, photo ops, and access to the champions. Watch as the world's best athletes prepare and qualify for the main event. Plus food, merch, and more. Before the gate drops, see it all at FanFest.
The world's best athletes. They're not fucking athletes. They're riding motorcycles. That's for you folks on Patreon. Sorry, I let this play for a second. I need to get the card and write down the ad time, but I just drives me nuts. It's the same thing over here. I fucking hate NASCAR. I hate NASCAR. It's just, I think everybody has the same definition. It's just a bunch of rednecks taking fucking right-hand turns or left-hand turns. Oh fuck! I think it's left-hand turns, right-hand. I don't know what the fuck they do. They just drive in a circle. Yeah, it's a big oval, and it's just a bunch of beer drinking numbnuts. Anyways, I love it when I watch it though. Like, this is some premier athletes. No, they're not. They're fucking drivers. And actually, I have like 3 friends that argue with me about it all the time. They're like, "Do you know how hard it is to sit in the driver's seat as long as they do and drive that fast?" I'm like, holy shit. Holy shit. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
Sorry?
They're just a volunteer fire brigade. They're not allowed to put out fires.
What are they allowed to do? Just look at them?
They pull hose. They get the air packs out for other people. They're like the you know, the late. I mean like the setup guys, right? I mean, I don't know. I was a volunteer firefighter. I fought fires. I went in buildings with air packs on. I did all of it, but I'd imagine there's, you know, maybe there's certain rules. That's what I would guess it is.
Permitted to pick up litter.
Where do they get the fire engines and everything from then?
Their fire engine's an old one. It's more like a ice cream van that's painted red.
The volunteers, do they have the uniforms?
No. The
Mr.
Kettering Volunteer Fire Brigade have a T-shirt and it has an emblem on it of a fire being put out by a beer.
I think he's telling the truth.
Talk us through the rules of squirt.
OK. You get the barrel to the middle of the rope, right in the middle of the rope, and then both teams aim their hoses at it.
Are the volunteer firemen allowed real water, or do they just mime it?
No, they're allowed water, they just can't aim it at a fire.
OK.
If there was a fire, they would have to turn the hose off.
Right.
So what happens next?
Someone's like, go! And then they both turn their hoses on and they aim it at the barrel. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the barrel, trying to squirt it along the rope so it gets to the opposition
Hence the name Squirt.
side of the bank. And all the water is hitting this barrel, and we're standing on the bridge.
It's kind of like a reverse tug of war.
Getting soaked.
Yeah.
And then you walk home going, good squirt this year.
Right, now then, what about Lee?
How did you come to land the drone in Jerry's ambulance?
We have this really weird tradition in our house where we like to keep dry. And so I thought, what I'll do is I'll fly my drone, but I'll stay in the house. And the window was open, and I thought...
The window was open because it was a very hot Boxing Day.
Quite balmy.
The window was open. The window was open because my wife always has the heat on very high over Christmas, and I'm not a fan of radiators, so I opened the window. Yeah. And I was practising in the bedroom, and I thought, I'm so in control of this. Rather than go downstairs and fly it, I'm just going to go straight out the window.
Was the drone a Christmas present?
The drone was a Christmas present, correct.
Who gave you a drone for Christmas?
Not you, because you got me nothing.
Yeah.
It was my wife.
Your wife got you... It's a very romantic present. A drone.
I'd rather a drone over a romantic gift any day.
She's heard me say it to her a lot during the year. Drone, drone.
Why was there an ambulance there? Had your wife called it as a precautionary measure?
The ambulance was actually the house over the road, and as I was flying the drone, I looked over, and a man was carried out on a stretcher. And I think, can't quite see what's going on, but I thought I'll have a little look at that. And my drone has a camera attached to it, so I fly my drone over, and it's getting closer and closer. You know, I'm getting quite a good...
It can help, I think, when someone's just had a heart attack or something. Something shocking or strange. Helps them really get it together.
I thought so. Yeah. And so I was watching it and I thought, this is interesting. And then he gets put in the back of the ambulance and the doors stay open and Jerry goes in the back. I thought, I'll have a little look, see what's going on. So I get a bit closer. And now I'm hovering just outside the back doors.
Yeah.
And I pushed forward a little bit too much and the drone went straight into the back of the ambulance, striking Jerry on the back.
In the ass.
This presumably hurt Jerry because the rotors of a drone are very fast.
Yeah, yeah, he was a good 3 or 4 inches taller than this last year.
Very flat, very fast, also very thin and very plastic.
So Jerry spots you leaning out of your bedroom window with a remote control. What does he then do?
Oi! I said, give me my drone back! I can't really repeat what he said on television because... No, he's French and I don't understand French.
All right, we need an answer.
He's German. Tenning's cousin.
So, David's team. Is Jerry Sean's concerned copper, James's fireman friend, or Lee's peeved paramedic?
Oh, I don't. I mean...
I think it's James's.
You think it's James's?
Yeah.
I think it's Sean.
I mean, I think we're agreed Lee is lying.
Yeah.
The question is it James or Sean?
I think it's a mate of James's from the pub who was a volunteer fireman.
I'm not happy about this. Because my instinct is that James is telling the truth.
Right.
But I know what that's saying publicly. I know what I am then believing. I'm believing a game that is played across a river between volunteer firemen with a souped-up ice cream van and squirting a barrel in which the locals come and stand and watch in just the place where they get splattered with water.
What's it going to be?
I think it's James.
You're going to go with James?
Yeah. Go on,
Jerry,
I'm saying it's James.
would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Jerry, and I'm a volunteer fireman who soaks James.
Hello, Jerry.
That is awesome. How awesome. I got it right, first of all. I'm very happy about that. But James with another ridiculous story. That's great. Oh, it's over.
Yes, Jerry is James's fireman friend.
That's the end of it. It's over right there. That's great. What a cool story. That's so funny. Another goofy-ass story and another win. Well, they won. Because I don't think did they guess it right last time with him? I don't think so. But anyways, James is funny. He tells a good story too, because it comes out and you can't tell, is he full of shit or not? Like, it's so on the line. Very, very close. Very close. Listen, I appreciate you joining me for that. I love these things. Let's see if we can find some more of these. These are great. Maybe I'll find a playlist with them or something. I don't know. But thanks for checking it out. I did 2 pieces from WILTY, so I'm not sure what you're seeing on Friday, if you're seeing both or just one. But I also did a David Mitchell piece. It was a smaller piece, but that piece was great. So, Henning Ven's cousin. He's a firefighter. Who knew? Scroll up.